A series of lapses in the renovation of the pedestrian bridge in Gujarat's Morbi, the suspension bridge rather, which collapsed 4 days after it was reopened, killing 135 people on Sunday. That's what the police have told a court seeking the custody of those accused in the matter. The material used for the renovation were substandard and the entire structure was vulnerable. There was no structural audit of the 143-year-old bridge before its renovation. Many of the cables of the suspension bridge were rusted, including the part where it broke. The incident would not have happened had the cables been repaired. As part of the renovation, only the platform was changed and not the cables. The material used for this increased the weight instead. The contractors hired for the renovation job were not qualified for such work. The subcontractor only painted and polished the cables for renovation. The same firm, although unqualified, had been given a contract in 2007 as well. The bridge was open to the public without determining how many people it could carry. The government approvals were not taken before it was reopened. There was no emergency rescue and evacuation plan. There were no life-saving equipment for lifeguards. There was no documentation of the repair work, nor was it inspected by experts. Let me go across to Ankit Tyagi, who's got us all these details now. Ankit, it's absolutely shocking that when all these aspects are now coming out, which you've brought for us exclusively, there was no one stopping almost 300 to 400 people going on a bridge where the cables were rusted, which snapped at the minute so many people assembled on it. What was the administration doing if so many people were gathered?
That's a big question, Maha. Everything that you read out, which is part of the remand order that we have accessed. Let me now show our viewers what it translates to. This is the first time that you'll be seeing on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. We have been talking about the rusted wire. We've been talking about, what the bridge was made of. This is what it looked like. This is the criminal negligence that cost 135 people their lives. This wire is the main wire. This is the other end of the bridge. Yesterday I was at the Darbargar's end, and this time is the Swami Narayan temple end, where the remains of this deadly bridge have been kept. Now, this wire that you see behind me is the main wire on which the entire bridge was hanging. So there were two such wires. One is still intact. This is the one that snapped and broke. We were talking about how the police in the report has said that it was rusted. This is the live evidence that I'm showing you how badly rusted this wire is. Look at this coupling. Look at every joint of this wire. Look at every nut and bolt of this wire, which is absolutely rusted. Even the suspenders, from which, so basically the bridge, this is the main wire on which there are these suspenders which are put. Look at their condition. They are completely rusted. I move my hand on this like this. This is how it looks like. It completely comes out just with the movement of my hand. The rust you will see here, which is coming out. This is the part of the bridge that broke. And what exactly was done in the name of renovation or in the name of strengthening this bridge? These aluminum sheets were put on which people were walking. These aluminum sheets were the ones which were put replacing the wooden planks which held this bridge together, on which the people could walk earlier. They were, the base of this was made out of these iron, in fact, it doesn't seem iron, but, this steel material, these steel beams, as to say, these beams have completely been twisted because of the weight. Now, what the team that did this entire renovation, which was Oreva company, which got this contract and subcontracted it to Dev Prakash Solutions and Fabricators. Dev Prakash Solutions and Fabricators are the ones, those who were responsible for doing this entire work. They had no prior experience. I went to their office, which is about 90 kilometers from here, and people told me that their primary job is wielding. I mean, they are iron wielders, and they have an iron go down there, where their office is, which is locked right now. Both the father and son, Prakash Parmar and Devang Parmar, have been arrested by the police. They are accused number 3 and 4, as far as the 9 accused, those who have been arrested. But this, Maha, is the evidence which tells you, and this is also what the FSL has chopped using gas cutters and have taken a part of this. Look at the negligence, or rather, in fact, the willful criminal negligence which costed people their life. The weight was so much because these wires were not, in fact, changed, that these wires, like you will see, any kind of rope, right? These wires came out. Look at this. They have been completely untangled. This is how these wires are supposed to be. They're completely untangled in this entire heap that you would see of steel, of iron, of aluminum sheets, which is kept here. This tells you a story, not only a deadly sad story, which cost 135 people their lives. There are few still missing, which I can see the boats still carrying on with their rescue operation. But it also tells you what a collusion, a criminal collusion between the authorities, the Morbi Municipal Corporation, the Oreva Group, did as far as this entire tragedy is concerned. There are a lot of people. It has now become a site, for people to come and see the remains of this tragedy. I would just like to show our viewers how these aluminum sheets, even here, how the cost was cut, how the money was made. Just look at this. It has completely, this seems like between the aluminum sheets, they have just put some sort of a mesh. It is a plastic mesh which is between these aluminum sheets, which, according to the Oreva company, their MD, Jaisukh Patel, and also by Devang Parmar, who was present on 24th when the bridge was inaugurated, they were saying that the bridge is lighter, much stronger, and can take much more weight. The fact is that there was no weight testing, sustainability testing which was done, which resulted, and they absolutely had no idea of how many people can they in fact put on this bridge. They only wanted to make sure and make use of this window of the Gujarati New Year, get as many people as they can on this bridge and make few bucks as far as this entire operation is concerned. The bridge was supposed to be, according to the documents, be completed in December. They threw it open in October. The municipality now comes out and say that they have zero idea. They had no idea on why it was done without their knowledge. But the fact is, Oreva and the Morbi Municipal Corporation have been in this arrangement not from 2022 March, from 2007. And this is the callous criminal negligence that cost so many people their lives, and so many families have completely been destroyed.